Good morning. I'm Alfred Atanda, MD, pediatric orthopedic surgeon, and I decided to share some thoughts with you today from the rooftop of my building here in Center City, Philadelphia. You can see the beautiful morning skyline at around 5:30 in the morning. What I wanted to talk to you today is a little bit about how to be a physician innovator, or how to be an innovator in general. Um, it's a very complex, daunting thing when you've been on this track your whole life to get to a particular part of your career, because you typically have to do everything kind of the same way everybody else does it. And that's you stay focused and you kind of put your head down, and that's how you get to where you want to be. That's how you get to a position that's comfortable for you. But probably about 3 or 4 years ago, I had like this little itch where I felt, like what I was doing was great, it was satisfying, but it wasn't quite fulfilling. I don't know if any of you out there have ever felt that way. Um, I kind of envisioned myself on this, long journey on a road, going from point A to point B, and I'm sitting on a bus, and the bus is being driven by someone. It's comfortable, it has air conditioning, it's got a bathroom, Wi-Fi, snacks, and all I have to do is sit on it, and I can see my destination in the horizon. Um, and it's very comfortable to be on this bus. But what I see in the distance to my right is when I look off to the side of the road, through the woods, I can see some other place. And I see people kind of slowly getting off of the buses and the cars in front of me and walking through the woods towards this place. Now, this place doesn't have any nice defined roads going towards it. There are no guides showing you how to get there. You don't even really know if you'll make it to this place far off in the woods. And I know this is kind of a weird analogy. It was actually a dream of mine, a real dream. And, I had a choice. Do I stay on this comfortable bus and just keep going along the path that I've always been going, knowing where I'm going to go, knowing how I'm going to get there, knowing who's gone before me and how they got there? Or do I take a chance and go off into the distance to this place, this oasis that I can see that other people are going to, when there's no clear defined path? And that's something that I think a lot of physicians struggle with, and I struggled with a lot. And I wanted to add more meaning and more purpose to my life and kind of satisfy this itch that I had. So I embarked on this entrepreneurial endeavor and this entrepreneurial journey. And here I am, kind of mixing it up and doing different things. Obviously, I still go to work every day and I still do my job. But I found a way to satisfy that itch without completely getting off of the bus. Because once you get off that bus and you're on the side of the road, you may not know if you can get back on the bus. You may not know if another bus will come along. You may not know if you'll ever make it to that oasis on the side on that everybody else is going to. You may get lost in the woods. You may fall in a ditch. You may get eaten by a snake. I mean, who knows? But the point is, it is very scary. And when you're trying to be an innovator and do different things, that's kind of what it feels like. I mean, you have to jump off the comfortable bus of your life, this predetermined track, and do something and go for something that you don't know if you're going to get there. You have no idea how to get there. And it can be a lonely feeling because everybody else at your job is kind of doing their thing and happy and fulfilled. And it's so much easier, specifically in a specialty like mine, orthopedic surgery. I call it the golden shackles. You're kind of shackled to your job, right? If you leave to go and do something that you think is fun, think is different, you may never make the same living that you had as an orthopedic surgeon. And in my job, literally all I have to do is show up every day and take care of patients and provide quality care, and I make a good living. And it's hard to want to leave that. And, I think a lot of us internalize these struggles of what to do. My suggestion is to do a piecemeal. So I have my YouTube channel here, I make my videos, I put myself out there. I do motivational speaking. I do some speaking engagements at other hospitals, other orthopedic practices. I do digital health and telemedicine consults, but all the while I'm still doing my regular job. So I'm getting a little bit of both worlds. And if kind of my side hustle and my digital health world takes off, then, maybe in the future, in the near future, it may be time to make that transition. I'm not there yet, but I have the security of my regular job. I have the excitement of my kind of side gig, and everything is good for now. But one thing that I will also tell you out there, if you're thinking about doing it, whatever your innovation, your passion, your side gig is going to be, you want to make sure that it's something that you're passionate about, and you have to be comfortable to be alone, because you're going to put yourself in a place where you think the action is going to be, where you think medicine and healthcare and technology is going to be, not necessarily where it is. Because if you're doing things that people are already doing now, you're already too late if you're trying to be a true innovator. People always talk to Wayne Gretzky about how he scored so many goals in hockey. And as you know, hockey is a fast-paced game. And he said, well, I wasn't always at the right place at the right time, but I always positioned myself where the puck is going to be. And he talked about how it's kind of a lonely place because you're standing there without the puck, without the action, but you have some insight and some forward thinking into knowing where the action is going to be. And that's where I feel like I am right now, by kind of embracing digital health and technology and telemedicine and being in this space, because I do feel like in healthcare it's going to blow up pretty soon, and I want to be there to take advantage of that. But it is a bit of a struggle because, as you can see, I have to wake up very early and go to work every day and do my day job and take care of my patients. But I also do things like this to kind of keep that scratch that itch, keep that fire in my belly going, because I do know that there's a lot out there for a passionate surgeon such as myself. And I think for all of you other docs out there, whether you be brand new docs, just out of training, whether you be in training, whether you be in your 30th year of practice, it's never too late to kind of scratch that itch and find that sweet spot as an innovator, especially if you have ideas, if you have things that you feel really passionate about. But do know that there are going to be some struggles, there are going to be some hurdles, and it is hard to leave that comfortable, predetermined track of being a well-trained physician. But it is possible to do that, and I'm slowly doing that, not as fast as some of my peers. But you take it at your own pace, and you make sure that you're happy, and you make sure that you're adding value not only to the society around you and to your patients, but also, most importantly, to yourself. All right, everybody, have a good day.